I was sitting in a quiet motel room, barely 200 meters from home, staring at the peeling wallpaper, trying to quiet my mind when my phone buzzed. One message appeared on the screen, short and sharp, freezing my blood in place. Dad, my boss won't let me leave unless I didn't finish reading it the first time. My heart caught, then raced. I read it again. And again. Each time, the words took a piece of me with them. I called her immediately. No answer. A second call, straight to voicemail. I watched the typing indicator blink, pause, blink again, and stop. Her next message never came. Instead, a single line flashed. Please don't come. He said he'll fire me if I tell anyone. Fire her, she had written. But I heard something different. My mind sharpened, focused like a blade on one undeniable truth. I grabbed my phone and dialed a number I hadn't touched in years. The line clicked, a voice answered, and then the call ended in silence. I left the phone on the table and stared at it, at the screen that reflected her fear, at the unfinished messages she couldn't send. Something told me this wasn't random. Something had been building for a long time, quietly, invisibly. She had always trusted the wrong people. And in some ways, she had learned that from me. I had spent years absorbed in work, paying bills, sending advice through texts rather than being present. I thought I knew her life. I assumed she was safe. I assumed she would reach out if things went wrong. Assumptions, I realized, were the cracks in the walls we build around truth. Her boss had always seemed helpful. He offered extra hours when money was tight, praised her dedication. Every time she mentioned him, there was a pause, a hesitation I never questioned. Looking back, the clues were there, long nights, tense shoulders, smiles that didn't reach her eyes. I had mistaken these for strength. They were warnings I ignored. And the silence from her mother, it cut deeper. Why hadn't she called her? Why only me? That question burned worse than the threat itself. I combed through everything I had dismissed. Old messages, photos, forgotten texts, they painted a picture I hadn't wanted to see. Unexpected shifts, canceled plans, overtime, she never mentioned. Fear, not guilt, had kept her silent. A message from her mother, buried months back, stopped me cold. Don't make a fuss. Be grateful for your job. She hadn't been ignored by life. She had been silenced by the people who were supposed to protect her. The squad leader finally sent a text. Entering. My fingers dug into the phone until my knuckles turned white. Then the fragments began to arrive. A photo of the office door, forced open, a screenshot of the man on the floor, hands raised, eyes wide, and finally, the message I had been waiting for. She's safe. I drove through the night, headlights blurring the road. My mind didn't wander, it focused. She told me the story the next morning. Her voice was small, trembling. Her mother had known. Her boyfriend had known. Both had told her to stay quiet to avoid problems. Betrayal like that cuts deeper than any threat. She didn't just need someone to fight for her. She needed someone to believe her when no one else would. Later that day, I confronted her mother.
I didn't yell.
I didn't accuse. I laid the messages on the table. Every ignored warning, every silenced cry for help. Her excuses faltered under the weight of the truth. I said only one thing. You silenced her. The words hit harder than any confrontation. That night, my daughter stayed with me. For the first time in months, she slept without fear. I watched her breathing, steady and calm. She didn't need a hero with fists raised. She needed someone who could see the truth and act quietly, relentlessly, without fail. Protection isn't always loud. Sometimes it's quiet, calculated, unforgiving.